Salute everybody. Salute. Welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker. I appreciate everyone for pulling up with me today. Into these comments. Salute Bim. Thank you for pulling up and stopping by. Salute. Salute Smooth Carter. Salute Lady Cases. Hey Lalizi, my love. Salute. Thank you for pulling up, Gigi. Appreciate you. Salute Uncle Slim Trim. Thank you. Hey Sagius. Thank you for pulling up with me today. Um, Today's live will be based off of insecurities. Um, Again, when I do my lives, I like really touching on things that's going on with myself, to bring awareness to other people that may be going through what I'm going through. Salute, Shane, salute. So every now and then, this is kind of like my diary. This is my journal. And when you start a journal, it helps you to understand you. It gives you can go back and look at these lives and say, let me do this different. Let me do that different things. Thank you, Shank, for Shank finally got my cash app going across the screen. Welcome to Switching Lanes with Miss Parker. Miss Parker, salute Lady K, salute Deborah, salute. I was telling everybody that pulled up, today's demonstration is on insecurities. Even the prettiest women that we see on TV are insecure. Insecurities are normal. Um, Insecurities happen to the best of us. Everyone has an insecurity. Everyone. There's no one in this world that doesn't have an insecurity. But what causes insecurities? How do we overcome the insecurities? Salute, Sonia. Salute. She says struggling. I'm here. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for pulling up, Sonia. I appreciate it. Salute, Sylvia. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you. But again, everyone has an insecurity. But we need to touch base with where they come from and how to overcome insecurities. And also, not just women have insecurities, men have insecurities as well. It's also insecurities in a relationship that can bring toxicity to the relationship. It will forever burden you if you continue to carry on with the insecurities. Salute Smoke, salute Pee Wee. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you. Um, it can kind of hinder you in an unhealthy way if we don't take the steps to try to overcome those insecurities. And I know I'm not the only one with the insecurity. There's days when I get dressed up as I did today, but I didn't feel so beautiful. I don't know. Hey, sis, salute. Miss Callie's Kitchen, salute. I'll drop the link here in a second, sis. When I got dressed today, I didn't feel beautiful. There's days I wake up like that and I don't feel beautiful. Sometimes I feel like I need that. But then I know I don't need that from someone else. I need self-care and to start loving myself more. Because can't nobody love me if I don't love myself. So the definition of an insecurity is uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence. Okay, Callie, that's fine. Thank you, Lady K. Thank you, sis. Remember, uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence. Yes, I suffer from lack of confidence. Here are some examples of insecurity. Jealousy in a relationship. That's very much so me. But I can take accountability and own up to that. So that's something I need to work on and fix. Salute Third World Colombian. Salute. Thank you for pulling up. Jealousy of someone on social media. You ever just looked at those models? You see the Kardashians and how they switch up their hair, Rihanna, Beyonce. He like, dang, she's killing that outfit. Damn, her hair. And we form a jealousy. I have. I can own up to that. I very much have. Yeah, I'll drop it, smoke. I'll drop it. Irritated with the way someone acts is a form of insecurity. Feeling self-doubt. Procrastination on a different task. And then I'm going to speak on the 10 top insecurities. I'm not pretty enough. Salute, gorgeous Nubian Victoria, salute. And Willie 3 did my backdrop, so salute to Willie 3. Thank you, Willie. I appreciate that. I'm not thin enough. How many of us, here in the past month or two, I've gained 40 pounds. I'm bigger than I've never been this big in my life. But guess what? That added on the insecurity parts of me that I was already insecure about. Like, dang, I can't fit my 14, 16s no more. What? Is he gonna still love me? Am I still gonna be looked the same because I'm bigger than I was last month? I don't have enough friends. Well, in today's world, when we look at things, I can't look at that as an insecurity, because I think the less friends, the better. Again, Shane touches on the Shanquilla. My B, salute. Thank you for pulling up. Hi, Ryan. Thank you for pulling up, love. Thank you. I know it's a lot going on YouTube. Y'all could be watching all the scratching going on, but y'all chose to be here with me with the sensitive subject because insecurity is very sensitive for a lot of people. I don't have enough friends. Again, as Shank touches on the Shanquilla Robinson case, I'm really not upset about not having too many friends. I look old. As I turned 45 last year, at the end of the year at that, I felt old. I felt so old because I didn't think about me turning 45, being blessed to live to see another year. 45 years on earth is a blessing to me, and that should have been my only focus, but I didn't see it that way. I was like, I'm old. Hey, Miss Renee, thank you for pulling up. Salute. Hey, J Force, salute. But I that insecurity kicked in, and I was like, I'm old. And I said that on Creamin' had went live. Creamin' in the Mix. You guys go follow Creamin' in the Mix. Somebody can drop her link. Miss Kelly, Shay, please make sure y'all drop y'all links. Lady K's link, please. The Trolling Dolls link. Pressure with Bust Pipe and Ben Floats links. Hey, Shell, salute. But as my birthday was getting closer, I was like, damn, I'm getting old. Instead of embracing how beautiful I do look at 45. Because even when people say, dang, you're 45, I've had people look at my ID when I'm buying my little things for my jewel, my little small thing. They're like, you're what? I'm like, I know. And they're like, no, that's a good thing. But that insecurity in me still like, yeah, I know. I'm old. They're like, no, but you don't look it. But it doesn't matter how much somebody tells me I don't look it. That's just not in me to embrace the fact that I got to live to see another, year. Salute, Kenny Reed. Salute. Thank you for pulling up, Kenny. I appreciate that so much. I'm not feminine enough. Some women, like me, I can own it and say, to be 5'5", I wear a size 9.5 and some 10s. I'm like, damn, my feet's big. For me, that's an insecurity. That's an insecurity. I'm not smart enough. Well, I didn't graduate high school like my friends did. I didn't get to go to prom. That's the insecurity in me. I'm not sophisticated enough. Some women feel like I can't take that because I'm sophisticated. Salute DJ, fuck you, sue me. Salute DJ. You know, if y'all don't mind dropping DJ's link for me as well. DJ does great commentary. He does good reaction videos as well. Y'all go check my homeboy out. I don't have the right wardrobe. How many women see these women dressing up in all these pretty clothes? And, you know, I've heard people on here, salute behind the bar, salute, thank you. He did do a good job. Thank you behind the bar. Y'all, if y'all could drop behind the bars link, it's a lot of content creators in here that are dope content creators. They all got their own flow, own swag. But for any mods in the building, if y'all don't mind dropping some of the content creators, or their names are their channels. Miss Callie's Kitchen, Shank Rock, Behind the Bar, DJ Fuck You Sue Me. Those are their names of their channels. Yes, you know, sometimes on some of the channels we could be on our fuck shit, but you know, most of all, you know, they got good commentary and content on their channel. So please make sure y'all go listen to DJ. And DJ's nasty at times. But overlook that. I don't have enough money. How many of us always was down on ourselves for not being wealthy? Damn, why couldn't I ever get that? Why couldn't I ever be blessed to win the lottery? Why can't I have money like that person? So everybody don't want to admit their insecurities, but I felt like that. This is a big one for me, afraid to be lonely. Salute Nina the Diva. Salute Lady Fresh, the Fresh Perspective, Lady Fresh. Salute Lady Fresh she's got a channel. She touches on great topics. Please go follow sis. You know what I'm saying? Lalizi has a channel as well. Go follow Lalizi. We be over there in Noah's Ark cutting up. Our culture and society values attractive women. It's not fair or right, but such is life. As a result, many women spend a lot of time stressing and fretting over their looks. Insecurities is a feeling of inadequacy, not being good enough, and uncertainty. It produces anxiety about your goals, relationships, and ability to handle certain situations. Everybody deals with insecurity from time to time. It can appear in all areas of life and come from a variety of causes. You feel inadequate. You're a perfectionist. You feel a lot of envy or jealousy. You're harsh and critical of yourself. You shapeshift depending on who you're with. You fear rejection and abandonment. You self-sabotage. Pee Wee said, stop comparing yourself to other people. Absolutely, Pee Wee, absolutely. And you say that, Pee Wee, but it's not easy. It's simple to tell anybody, don't compare yourself to her. You can't. But dealing with so much, such as myself with the breast cancer. I lost every bit of my hair. I lost all my toenails. My fingernails came off. That was the worst time of my life, being a woman. Half my breasts cut off. Skin color changed dramatically. So going through that and walking by somebody healthy with a head full of hair, nails done so pretty, hair done so pretty, skin just flourished and beautiful and shiny. I couldn't nobody tell me then, don't compare myself to somebody. I wanted to be a little bit of everybody because of the insecurities. I wasn't loving myself. So see, I still got those insecurities that ride with me. I still got those. And I was battling addiction. Salute, Ling Wang. Salute. Salute, Brichet, my baby. So, somebody that's overcame a lot with the proper steps in counseling can say that. But I can't, I want to, I'm here to give awareness, but I can't really tell somebody to stop comparing themselves because I'm still battling. But I appreciate that, Pee Wee. I really do. Now I want to start with some of the, can your partner make you feel insecure? And Pee Wee, I want to drop the link because I love I love your feedback. It said, while you may accept and even tell your friends, my partner makes me feel insecure. You may wonder, why are you feeling this way? Why am I so insecure in my relationship? Why does my boyfriend, husband, or girlfriend, wife make me feel insecure? These questions are bound to come up if you're dealing with relationship insecurity. Thank you, Brichet. Thank you, love. Lady K, I don't know if you and Brichet got a mod stick, but I'm gonna give y'all a mod stick because I mod for Lady K. Lady K has a beautiful channel, great vibes, and Lady K always drops jewels for us in the morning that are so uplifting. And I appreciate that, Lady K, because on those days when I am not, salute my aunt. My aunt has a channel as well. She's on her positive journey. Y'all go follow my aunt. You know, I've been watching my aunt from the beginning of her coming to the scenes with another content creator. But I love your journey, my aunt. Salute to you. Victoria said, I'm beautiful and gorgeous enough, but I'm afraid to be alone. But I'm my own type of beautiful and gorgeous, going through being bullied for being born with a visual impairment and my thyroid cancer. Can y'all kind of look at what Victoria just said? And Victoria, that's our first step, because we admitting that we are insecure and why we are feeling this way. So this not my journey. This is ours. As beautiful Black women, we are on here admitting that we are insecure because it takes a lot to say that. Sonia said, I have insecurities when it comes to having Crohn's disease. I wonder why my husband will want someone with a life-threatening disease. Absolutely, Sonia. Absolutely. Always, my always. That was mine, Sonia. I had no desire for anything. I was on hormone pills, you know? It took away everything. And that lonely part stuck with me, like, will I ever find anybody that would want something so shredded, something so damaged? Hey, Mama Boo. Hey, Boo. Pee Wee said, I got you when you open the floor. I'm right opening, Pee Wee. I'm right to open it for you. But those insecurities still come when my hair ain't done. Even when I get my hair done, I don't feel complete. So first and foremost, let's explore what causes insecurity in a relationship. Certain behaviors are on your partner's part may be a trigger for insecurity in a romantic relationship. Some of the common ones are flirting. Who has a man that's flirtatious with other women? Are we communicating our insecurities with our significant other to let them know? And what's the responses back when from your significant other? Lady K said, as a woman, we endure so much that sometimes our imperfections overshadow our perfection. Absolutely. Maya said, I felt insecure, and that's when I started using drugs. Same as me, Maya. Same as me. Mama would say, you look cute today. Thank you so much. Thank you. I thank you, Shining Top. I appreciate you. Maya, that's how I felt, Maya. That's when I started using it. Like I said, I think I said this in a live when I did my own recovery, my road to recovery. And My poem was a reflection of my other me, and I didn't really do it to make a poem. It was my journal. I was keeping a journal. I really started taking my addiction serious. Like, I got a problem. So even when I was getting high, I still got my hair done. I still kept my nails done. See, I was a productive addict. I wasn't an addict that, yeah, my lights got cut off and all of that back then. Yes, but I was still a functional addict. But I could not look in the mirror at myself for nothing. I would go in the mirror, wash my face, brush my teeth, but that reflection wasn't me. Maya said that's when I started staying in an abusive relationship. Victoria said it will be okay, but that's not enough. Absolutely. Salute Social Olympic. Thank you, love, for pulling up. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, like I said, in a relationship, the behaviors, body shaming, mocking, being secretive. Being secretive is a big one. Because I've had discussions on the being secretive part. Because I think when we talk to our significant others about being damaged in places, that's when things need to be corrected to make your partner feel like, absolutely not. I have nothing to hide, because in life right now where I am, I have nothing to hide with anyone about anything. Business, switching lanes, episodes, my job, or anything. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big one for me. Being unreliable. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, sis. Being unreliable. Is your partner there for you when you need them, when you're going through things like this? Because that's unreliable. It says also dodging commitment. That's really big. You mess with somebody for a long time, and it's like, why as a woman, I know I've always felt like, am I not good enough? Is he cheating? Things like that. Or simply being insensitive to your needs, whether it's sex or empathy. How many of us have been in relationships where the sex isn't sexing? Don't we feel like, don't that jar your insecurity, like, what's going on? Is something wrong with me sexually? That's a big one. Empathy, whether it's sex or empathy, but empathy is big too. Maya said, I love to support that's transparent, because that's who I am. So I respect channels and I always will support. Thank you. Victoria said, I was bullied. That did make my vision problem. I was born with it. Prayers to you, Victoria, and I'm always going to be here for you. You know what I'm saying? You got a beautiful soul. Victoria's been following me. I've been on Victoria since 2020 of following Just Say No to Skull when I first started Mom for Skull. And that was in the end of 2020 when I got into Skull's chat. I didn't start modeling until like March, but Victoria was there. So salute to you, Victoria. Kenny said, I always looked at a person being insecure because of looks. I'm learning something new today. Okay, Kenny. Deborah said, a person has to know they are beautiful even if their partner doesn't acknowledge. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lady K said, feelings as well as looks can cause you to recognize insecurities. Hey, Ebony, thank you for pulling up. Absolutely, Lady K. Absolutely. I'm ready to drop this link because I would love to hear anybody's input on this topic, because, like I always say, I don't use this app to come against anybody. I always use it to gain knowledge from other people or to help someone else. Then we have our men Absolutely, Victoria. Absolutely. Lady K said, we are all made the way we were supposed to be. Yes. Maya said, yes, Miss Parker, but on my journey, I found out that he was gay. Mm, mm. Let me drop this link. Let me drop this link. I really want to drop this link. Okay, how do I drop the link again, Shane? He told me, and look, y'all, I don't know. If somebody can tell me, then I'll know. I want to drop this link because I want to hear from my eye. Well, while somebody telling me how to drop the link, most common insecurities among men, because see, men have hit invite. Oh yeah. Um, I don't know what happened. Hold on, guys. Let me hit invite. Sorry, guys. Copy. I can't. I don't know why it's not letting me. Sorry, y'all. It ain't let me drop the link. Yeah, I did. I clicked the left side of the mouse, Shank. It let me copy it, but it just won't let me copy it in the chat. Give me just a second, y'all, because I want to. Feel free to pull up and chat with me. You know what I'm saying? She said, Sylvia said, set smart, realistic goals as you accomplish each goal. Your self-esteem rises. Absolutely. But men have insecurities as well. Relationship stability, job security, financial stability, body image, emotional intimacy, physical setbacks, not meeting expectations, exhibiting emotion. Let me get Pee Wee up here.
Uh,
Hey, Pee Wee.
hey, Miss Parker, how you doing today?
I'm good. Pee Wee, help me out.
Salute. First of all, let me salute everybody that's in the chat. Salute to my, big cuz Shank Rock. Miss Parker, you know I love you, right? And I'm listening to you, Miss Parker, right? So first and foremost, right? A lot of insecurity. Because you already know I work in this field. You know what I mean. I deal with this type of stuff. I grew from this type of stuff. So you know what I mean. To give your background, you already know my background. Those who in the chat probably already aware of who I am. So first and foremost, a lot of insecurities come from what a lot of insecurities that we develop over a period of time comes from what we were told from trauma that was inflicted as kids. Let's start with that. Where how our households was built, how our relationships with our friends was made, and things. Because listen, earlier on, and Shank will tell you this, I have no problem with. They used to call me Big Lip Dirty Durl, right? When I was a kid, because my lips was thick. You know what I'm saying? It was back in them days where they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Where having thick lips wasn't. You know what I mean? Wasn't the thing to have, I guess, or whatever the case may be. So then, once again, because of my, and then I was adopted, I was a foster child, you know what I'm saying? The insecurity of abandonment kicked in. You know what I mean? Just to give you short stories, I was, you know what I mean? So I was with a foster family, but I was some God, thank God, he put me with a family that loved me, right? So now I have abandonment issues because I feel like my mother don't want me. I'm around people that crack jokes because we grew up cracking jokes. Now, mind you, I became good at cracking jokes, and Shank was, you know what I mean? Shank always got my back, and he'll tell you, like, I became good at cracking jokes because that was the way to keep you from focusing on me. I know this now by me learning how to crack jokes, what we call joning, and I had to become the best at one of them so I can keep you off my ass. Talking about other people, insecurities, and I'm all this around my insecurities, and I'm gonna get you how I got to them out of them today. And I always compared myself to shanking them because then it's all foster family, so I didn't have the name brand stuff, and I used to have to wear hand-me-downs for my friends. You know what I'm saying? So I could look good. And then when my friends got mad, they would crack on me saying, well, you got my shirt on, or you got his shoes on, and all that stuff. Okay, cool. I went through that phase, right? Now, fast forward to 20-some years later. I'm grown, still walking around with these insecurities, and they still show up. I'm not saying that they go away, but I work on them on a regular basis. Well, how I work on them? First and foremost, I don't compare myself to. First of all, I stopped comparing my situation to other people's situation, which caused me to inflict self insecurities on myself. We can inflict the same way when the ones that I got when I was younger that I probably carried into adulthood that I don't have now. Because guess what? Big lips is in. I done got a lot of females just saying like, damn, you got some sexy lips. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It was moments like that. And then someday, and I think everybody have the emotional insecurity, the ups and downs. You know, when you put on some shit, today I just be like, damn, I'm fly as a motherfucker, and I don't care what nobody said. You feel me? So then as that, man, as though as a child, I didn't know how to handle them emotional battles within myself. So I myself turned to drugs early. Shank can tell you, I started getting high when I was 12 years old. Right? Using drugs because that was my escape because I didn't have the emotional ability to know how to deal with my feelings and my emotions as a child. Because we're not taught that. Well, when we come from, it was shut up, men don't cry, we don't show emotions. Man, that's bullshit. As I got older, I learned that. When I came out of my addiction, I learned these things. And I studied who I was. And I realized that a lot of the insecurities and the things that I had, a lot of times came from somebody else or came from me comparing myself to other people's situation. Everybody's situation, they told me I am uniquely and greatly made in my own self. So are you, Miss Parker. You are. Listen, you talk about how many people might be jealous of you. See, we don't ever think about the people we always think about the ones that I'm jealous of. But how many people thinks of people you think are jealous of you? Because guess what? You won the battle with cancer. How about that part? You know what I mean? The thing about it is I learned how to be grateful for being who I am. And I stopped comparing myself to other people and I stopped trying to be other people because everybody already spoken for. They are them and I am me. Can't nobody else be Miss Parker. Can't nobody else win the battles that Miss Parker won. Can't nobody else even face the battles that Miss Parker won. Through the addiction, through the survival of the cancer, through my insecurities. Because guess what? Every day that you get up and live life and you live with your insecurity, you win. But we don't tend to look at things from a positive aspect. We always, guess what? My enemy. I am my worst enemy. It's the enemy. It's not the battle that's on the outside that I always lose. It's the battle on the inside that I always lose to myself. The things that I tell myself. The thing about it is, what I tell myself is what I believe about myself. When I stopped telling myself that I ain't shit, then I became better. I start prospering in other areas, financially, educational wise. I stopped procrastinating, and procrastination is one of my biggest downfalls. But the thing about it is, I don't beat myself up with it. Put down. Listen, they told me to put down the bat and pick up the feather. What does that mean? Stop beating myself with a bat. Beat myself with a feather. It don't hurt as much. You understand what I'm saying? It's what you tell yourself. Self-affirmation. I used to look in and I used to look in the mirror and say, "Damn, you a sexy big lip motherfucker." I had to start telling myself that. Then I start believing it. It's not what listen. It's not whatever. Because guess what? We at an age where as though how long am I going to make excuses for my childhood when I'm almost 49 years old? You feel me? I can't listen. Stop letting your past rob your future and your present. Because that's what you're doing. Every time I believe something that happened to me between the ages of 12 and 20, right? Every time I go back to that thinking, I always get the feelings that come with that thinking. I feel the way I feel because I think the way I think. I don't care. It's crazy because listen, it's called a destructive power that always ran us from kids, right? That destructive power always told me everything that will destroy me. But when I got with God, right? I need to say that. When I got with God, right? And God told me that I was uniquely made in my own self, right? And I start believing that, right? I didn't have to compare myself to nobody else because God already got me. So I stopped living in the destructive power using drugs. Listen, even when I do it today, I don't beat myself because I fall short. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. But my insecurities are not more than my bit. It's like making a list of your liabilities and your benefits, right? And then try to make sure that your benefits outweigh your liabilities. I'm just talking about the stuff that I went through, how I learned how to become a confident, outspoken, defend my. Because listen, I began to fight for myself, not with nobody else, but with me. Stop letting the destructive power dictate how I'm going to be, what I'm going to do, or how I'm going to feel. Do I fall short? Yeah. Some days I just don't. I be like, fuck it, it is what it is. But listen, a lot of times when them insecurities and feelings come, I feel the way I feel because I think the way I think. It's how you think and perceive yourself. It's not about because listen, 9 out of 10 when I walk in the room, 90% of the fucking people ain't even paying me no mind. It's all in my mind.
Well, Pee
It's
Wee,
all me.
can Mayat speak real quick?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Stay up here, Pee Wee, because I want to hear Mayat's story real quick.
All right.
Hi, Maya.
Hey, Miss Parker, how
Hey,
beautiful.
hi, beautiful. Welcome to the panel. I love your
Yeah,
journey.
thanks for having me. It's something new and different for me.
Yeah, I love the journey I've been hearing you on panels talk about the positive journey you're taking your channel to and what you're about. And I would love for everybody to go follow Mayat. But Mayat, what did you have to bring to the story? Because I loved what you said in the
Um, Make a long story short, I was like, salute to this young this guy up here because his story remind me of my story, kind of, you know. And this is why I like to have transparent talk because sometimes we don't know that we all going through similar the same things or been through the same thing. I'm 45 years old as of January, and I was one of those girls that went through. I didn't even know I was insecure, to be honest. I thought that I had it all together until I started going on my journey in 2019, 2020, and I started realizing how I was stuck in an abusive relationship, insecure. My mother, when I was a child, my mother, I didn't know that this really took a hold of me when my mother was, like he said, went to school, my mother giving me her leftover Reeboks. You understand? Like, I just dropped out. I didn't feel, good going to school. I just was like, you know what? At this point, I turned into the streets, and I was in ninth grade when I dropped out. I made it to 10th, but didn't attend. I probably went like 2 months and left. So I went back and got my diploma and stuff, but at the end of the day, I was insecure. My mom's put me in the closet, and with that being said, I didn't even think that took a toll. Oh, you understand? Like I didn't think it
Mm-hmm.
affected me at the time. I'm like, so I got in my 40s, and I'm like, you know, well, let's say 30. I would talk about it, but my family, I was a person that was very easily to cry. Like I will cry over it. And you say boo to me, that's how sensitive I am. I'm still a sensitive person until I realize now on my journey that I started to accept myself because I'm very unique. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very unique girl.
Absolutely.
I consider myself to be a weirdo, and it's just what it is. I'm gonna accept that. That's just my gift for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
None of our path is the same, so I get it. But when it came to the insecurity and the relation, first of all, when I was 18, my ex knocked out my tooth. I was always in an abusive relationship, always
Mm-hmm.
with a man. You understand? And then my mom's wasn't the type of woman, or my aunts, me looking at my family, how they stood in the abusive relationship. Not that I saw them getting their ass whipped, but that they would tolerate the things that they did and still be with the man because guess what? That's my child father. Those old traditional ways. And I just choose at this point in my life not to be like that. But in the last relationship that not this with the child father, I'm with the baby father. Now I'm talking about with my last relationship that woke me up was the one I was with for 6, 7 years. And that relationship had me, I thought that I wasn't insecure, but once I got him out my system, I realized how broken I was and how, Earth, don't, sorry y'all, she do this every time I come live. I'm on the kid. She always got something to say. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was so adorable.
Thank you. Well, Earth always got something to say. Earth, and she's smiling. Anyway, so when it comes to the relationship of the insecure, I mean, this man called me all type. I mean, I could talk about it now, but that's a part of my story, but that's not my story right now. And I sometimes I get on this app and I used to feel regret, like, damn, as soon as you try to be transparent with these people, they got something. But I realized that I was in the wrong part of the I was in that part of my journey for a reason, and I understand what took place. But anyway, in that relationship, I mean, this man will call me all types of names, and I'm working through it now. Like I'm still healing from that. Like I don't let things get to me, or in any relationship, I don't let it block me until I started loving on myself and realizing that I'm just this unique girl. And this man will call me, oh girl, say my pussy stink. He said we were soulmates. I couldn't break a contract from him. I felt like he was my handler. He would say, he spit in my face, and some would say, why did you accept that? I got daddy issues. He was older than me. I always was attracted to older men. So he was 9 years older than me. And I guess I stood there. I ain't gonna say I guess. I know why I stood there. I didn't want to be alone. I got used to it. I still didn't think I was insecure. And even when I found out that he was looking at men, I found out that's not even what took it though. That didn't even, I'm being truthful to y'all. That didn't even make me leave him. I got tired. I just got tired. I woke up one day and was like, this is not my life. This is not what I deserve. But this man would verbally, mentally, emotionally abuse me. My mother would mentally, verbally, emotionally. I never dealt with too much physical abuse, but I dealt with a lot of since I was a child, since I was 5, 4 years old, as I can remember, since I've been in the closet. When my mother had me sleeping, of course, from my bedroom, sleeping in the closet. And still to this day, I would never get the answer of why she did that. But I choose to move on from it because I know what happened. I just want to heal from that darkness. And so what I'm saying is that insecurity of who I am, me with a missing tooth at the time, never was like, couldn't understand why men can't love me the right way. Like I realized I wasn't even giving myself no love, to be honest. So I was just all insecure about myself. And it really took me to now to really not be insecure, because I was even insecure, let's just say last year. I was still insecure on different situations in my life. Let me just say that. So I found my voice and I just started expressing myself and accepting me for being me and being unapologetic about my past. But it was something you said, sir. when you start, you can't keep dwelling on the past. Like a past is a part of my journey, but it's just not me. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
once I started, and I look in the mirror every day, I talk shit to myself. I walk around my house every day talking to myself. They would say I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to my spirit, so my higher self. Yes, I'm very spiritual, but I just found myself just talking to myself. Music helped me heal and feel those
Mm-hmm.
insecurity. I'm a fairy tale type of person. So if it takes me to be to live in a fantasy world and create my own world for me to heal, then that should be. And I'm a person. I will imagine, certain things. I listen to music. Music will make me cry happy. I learned how to transmute the energy. I learned how to just accept me, and I learned how, like he said, some days we fall short, but I don't beat myself up for that because I'm like, well, shit, it is. It's here. It's what it is. I'm not even mad at myself. Some days I got good days. Some days I got bad days. Some days I'm happy. Some
Mm-hmm.
days I mean, my energy could shift within minutes. You understand? Just how I perceive, how I look at situations and people. So what you were saying, sir, everything you were saying, like I literally could relate to that. And you a man. I
Yeah.
don't know how you look, but I would have never thought. You don't think, you don't hear men's stories like that. I'm salute you for being transparent right now and say that, because a lot of men can't even sit up here and admit what you just admitted.
The thing about it is, it's I've learned how to start taking accountability and stop push. We call it blame throwers where I'm from. Where I put the blame on everybody else or how I'm living and the things about and that sort. And I stopped doing that. And I took a look at, for real. I just took a look at where I want my life to be. And like you said, I got tired of being tired. So I start doing things to make myself better. I went and I start like ninth grade too. Um, you know what I'm saying? So I started, you know what I mean? I got in the streets, I went to prison, I did all right, but I got tired of that stuff. So, and then I knew
Right.
that if I kept on if I kept on with the same destructive behavior, right,
Hmm.
that I was going to end up in them uncomfortable places no more again with a whole bunch of insecurities that I wasn't going to be able to remove, because even in prison, even though I knew how to fight, and you know what I mean, and I grew up with, you know what I mean, fighting my friends and busting heads and all that stuff, and I knew I had that behavior in me, but that's not how I wanted to end. That was
Right.
not how I wanted I wanted to end. My brother had a tragic end. My oldest brother had a tragic end. My oldest brother overdosed. My twin brother got killed.
Wow.
My first cousin overdosed. Right, and I just made up in my mind that I was gonna be the one that break the cycle.
That's what's up.
You feel me?
That's like me with my family. They used to call me. That's made me like not open up my mouth when I was like growing up, because my family would call me. They would say I was stupid, I was dumb, because I always think outside the box. I was one of those type of
Mm-hmm.
people. I question things, and I would
Mm-hmm.
think, and I was very sensitive. So they would say that I was crazy. They would say that I was dumb. They would say I was stupid. They'd say you a
Mm-hmm.
crybaby. I was the black sheep, right? But at the end of the
Right.
day, the same people that would still come to me to this day, even growing up, because I have a good heart. It is what it is. But I wasn't giving my own heart the love that it needed. I was expecting the love from outside of people. And then I started
Right.
realizing, like, nah, that's not working. It wasn't working for me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Absolutely.
shift my mind. I shift my thoughts. I shift my mind. I'm learning now to more to feel than not to
Right.
feel, because people would tell us not to feel. Oh, why you feel like that? Don't feel like that. They'll tell me not to express myself. And during my journey, I learned to express myself. That released it so much of my
Right.
inner child out of me, if that makes sense.
Right. And the receipt and the thing about it is with you how I got, like, I'm in a healthy relationship now, in a wonderful
Oh, okay.
relationship. Right. So, but the thing about it was but I had to realize that I got two of the best words, because my biological mother was very verbal abuse. People, and I said this before in the situ when me and Shank was doing a demonstration, right?
Uh-huh.
People who remember the dumbass saying sticks and stones might break my
Break
bones, but
your
names
bones
would
or
never
bones.
hurt me.
Uh-huh.
That is the most
That's not
bullshit.
true.
Right. That is the most bullshit.
That's not
Because
true.
listen, the emotional affliction that my biological parents put on me, that my biological mother put on me, and the emotional these straightness that I went through growing up in the times that I grew up in, right? It affected me. And then I had to realize, like, when I'm gonna stop making excuses for what happened to me as a child and living my adulthood, living my present, and living right now instead of keep living in the past. And a lot of times that be the things that mess people up because you're still living somewhere that you're nowhere no longer at no more. We can't go back and change that. My change starts from the moment I wake up today until tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people keep holding on, and that be the emotional damage. And listen, because it's another thing that I do. I had to focus on trauma. A lot of people say that they ain't had no trauma in their homes. This ain't affect them. That ain't affect them. I beg to differ to every person who grew up. There was something that they may be minor trauma, may be major trauma. It was some kind of trauma that they didn't address or they're not addressing in their adulthood. Because listen,
Yeah,
I was
me going to foster home, like you said, I was in foster
exactly
care for 4 years of my life. The hell, I don't even remember some of the houses. Let's be real here. I probably done blocked the shit out of my head. So
exactly,
yeah,
and that's what we do. We
mhm.
in our minds, we learn how to block some shit out and block some stuff out, never addressing it. And but then guess what? It shows up in the behaviors and how we live today. You
Yep.
feel me? It show up now. It just jumps out, and you be like, "That's the same way." I'm once again. I made this demonstration before. Have you ever overreacted to something and then realized like I overreacted to that and don't
Yeah,
know
hell
why? And
yeah.
don't know why? It's because it's something that you're not addressing with you. Like I said, my enemy don't live outside of me. My enemy is in me.
Yep.
I am my worst critic. I am the one that tell myself to believe this. I'm the one that tell myself to act this kind of way. It's nobody
Mhm.
else, but it comes from my past experience. Everybody lives in their present from their past experience.
You know
So
that
I
saying they say, hurt people hurt people.
hurt people.
I don't
Exactly.
I believe that, but then there's a flip side to that. Hurt people choose to hurt people. Cause I don't
Exactly.
I don't hurt people. I've been hurt, right? I'll be
Right.
damned if I sit here. Like I said, on my like me going through my life, I used to walk like it's times I've been been in my home, right? And I'm
Hmm.
talking about in the pregnant and all by myself doing this, right? It was
Hmm.
times I couldn't, not that I had nothing to eat, I couldn't get the craving that I wanted. Just going through a little hard time at the time.
Right, right,
But
right,
it was
right,
all
right.
for the good. But let me just say this. I never walked, nobody would never knew what I was going through. I don't look like what I was going through on the
Absolutely.
inside. And I choose to walk outside and still help people, regardless if it was just saying, hey, beautiful, how your day? People just walk up to me and talk to me. I just got that type of energy.
Right.
But regardless of what, I just never. So when I hear that saying, hurt people, hurt people. No, we need to rephrase that. Hurt people choose to hurt people because I'm not one
Absolutely.
of them. I'm not one of them that choose to hurt people. Regardless if I was hurting inside, I would still walk outside and with a smile on my face, even though the inside. You understand? I wouldn't be
Yeah.
mean to people because my life wasn't going great for me. And a lot of people need to actually sit down and you can't keep blaming your parents at 40 and 30 years old. I mean, at
Result.
what point
Exactly.
are we gonna keep blaming our parents? Yeah, we already know. We already know
Right.
what happened. We already know what took place. If you choose to make a change, the change start with you. Michael Jackson said it the best, the man in the mirror. How the hell y'all want to
Exactly.
change and y'all not looking at yourself? So when I see people, and also when I see people come on this app here and they be like, I hear well, yeah, my mother was this, but that don't hurt me. You're lying. You're still lying, but you're not lying to me. You're lying to yourself.
To
What brings
yourself.
more
Exactly.
down because there's nothing wrong with being transparent. It's nothing
Right.
wrong with expressing your feelings. But I understand some people just are who they are, and I respect that. But when I look on this app and I see the psychological shit that's going on here, I'm like,
Hmm.
these people got to start within themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Right. The
but
thing about it
the
is,
new
a
saying
lot
is
of
hurt
people.
people.
Right. A
Go
lot
ahead.
of people is in. Excuse me for cutting you off. A lot of
No,
people
you
is
right.
in. Is actually embarrassed about, and they had this belief in their mind because I had that belief at one time. Like I'm unique. I'm different. This ain't never happened to nobody else. And once again, it's the things that you tell yourself. So you feel like nobody, like you're the only person that ever been molested. Which when I shared that shit was some freedom. You feel me? They don't know understand. Like my freedom comes in. Freedom ain't free. So at some kind of cost, I need to be free. So whatever cost that I need to be free, then that's the risk that I'm willing to take to be free. Now, what you do with it after I put it out into the universe is no longer my business because I don't care. I'm free from it. A lot of people, like, that's the one thing I say about Miss Parker. Miss Parker will tell her truth. But the thing about it is, and then she said something about the first step, and the first step is, listen, I can admit to a lot of things, but what am I willing to work on? See, that's the thing about it.
Oh, I like that.
The
Oh, I
first step, the
like
first
that.
step
I
says,
like that.
the first step says, like, yeah, we admit that we have a problem and our lives have become unmanageable. But check this out. I can admit a lot of things, but to be honest with you, when I admit it, am I willing to do the work to surrender to it so that I can get past it?
Let me tell you something. You just opened my eyes to something. I just like how you say that. That you just okay. Thank you.
You feel
I
me?
just want to say,
I can look at it. Because listen, admitting it is only taking a look at it.
oh,
Surrendering to it is working to on it.
oh,
That's
talk
when I
about
start to
free.
surrender to it. When I admit to it, yeah, I can take a look at it. We can all can take a look at a lot of things. But are you willing to work on the things that you're taking a look at to become better and to get over them? Because listen, only way I can get over some things if I gotta go through the pain.
You helping me right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You
Makes
understand? I
right
need
on
to
sense.
go through. I need to, even if I got to rock, if I got to curl up, if I got to write, if I got to talk to a therapist, whatever I got to do, I got to get better with it so that I can be a better person. Listen, and Shank will tell you this, like, I haven't always been this person that talk positive, that stay in a good mood all the time, that pay bills. I'm talking about responsibility. I was scared of responsibility. And sometimes today I still am. But the thing about it is, I still go through it because I believe that God didn't bring me this far to let me down. The stuff
Right,
that I done survived. You feel me?
right.
Come on now, like, come on, like. But the thing about it is, he present me with the door, but it's my choice if I go through it or not. The doors is right there. The thing about it is, a lot of these times we lock ourselves in these mental, and emotional prisons and don't know how to get out. But when I'm on the other side trying to help you get out, don't nobody want to reach for the key or reach for my hand so I can assist you. We weren't put here to live alone.
You
Fall to
know, some
relation.
people don't like authority. I was one of those people. When I say authority figures, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying somebody that it could be somebody younger than me. When I say authority figure, authority,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that's giving you advice, right? Somebody that have
Right.
experience and knowledge and wisdom. Some people, because I was one of those people,
Mm-hmm.
don't like authority, don't like to list things. You understand? And when I say
Mm-hmm.
authority, I'm not talking about the police. I ain't talking
I
about
know what
no
you're talking
cops.
about. I know
Right.
what you're
And
talking. I
people
got
don't,
you.
a lot of people don't like authority figures. They just don't. They don't want to hear it. So, and that was something that I had to overcome myself. Now I'm open to,
Mm.
people
Right.
giving me advice. Like you right here now talking, you said something on your conversation that just helped me with on my journey, to recognize something
Right.
within me. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? And some people
Right.
don't like that. Some people get an attitude, get frustrated. Oh, I don't want to hear this bullshit. This shit is they defensive when it comes to authority figure. And I respect that. Yeah,
I
you
used
just
to be that person that was very defensive, right? And I realized
Mhm.
that. Listen, I'm talking about, and I'm talking to you too, Miss Parker, because I'm telling you this because I
Where's
used to
Miss
be.
Parker? Miss Parker
She
just went
there,
on mute.
right?
I don't know
So
where
Hey,
Miss
listen,
I'm
Parker
just
go.
taking everything in. One thing about Pee Wee, he's always dropping jewels in my eye. I appreciate everything you're saying because it's opening me up. So I'm just in the chat welcoming everybody. But I love
Oh,
this.
okay. Miss Parker. I was like, what Miss Parker went? No, I'm enjoying his conversation.
now,
Smart
so
right here.
so another thing about the relationship piece, because we got to realize that a lot of our relationships started with our parents. These were the first relationships that we ever known. Then, so you got to realize if these relationships, if I didn't have a healthy relationship at the beginning, because I chose people that was like my biological mother versus
Mm,
like my foster mother, right? My biological mother was a drug addict, very verbal abuses, and then I found myself in a marriage with a person that was a step. She wasn't a drug addict. She was an alcoholic and very verbal abusive. She told me one day because I was getting high and she was drunk that I was beneath her, and I said, "Oh, you don't even know what you're saying." You understand what I'm
Wow.
saying?
That's how moms would talk to me. He was because I dealt with a man that was like my father, been in jail, sold
Right,
drugs. You understand? You
right,
understand? I was with that man like my father, but he would say those type of things to me too, and I'd be looking at him like, "You up here getting high with me? You sniffing
right,
coke with me? You smoking
right.
weed with me? You popping pills with me? How the fuck?" This man would do anything to make me feel insecure, and because he was a narcissist. So it was like, what the fuck? Like, and I just used to be sitting there, and myself or who I would still be, I would still talk my shit to him, but on the
Hmm.
inside, I was like, crying at night.
Right,
Laying in the bed crying next to him, like the fuck, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I went and got a king size bed, so we won't even sleep close to each other.
right,
Like it was that bad.
right.
And this person was
This,
just like my father, how my father treated my mother and how I looked at a man figure because I didn't have much in my life. So I was
you
just like, what the fuck?
see, that's the
Yeah.
thing about it is, and once again, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta share this part with you, sis. Like we
Yes.
always trying to find external solutions to internal problems, right?
Yep.
So what you did was got a bigger bid, which was external, but the problem really was internal.
Yep.
That's
There
the
you
see,
go.
see. A lot of people all we always listen because listen. I'm gonna show you what mine show up at. Like and because I told you I said about the hand me downs and all that stuff. Now I got two closets full of clothes. Like I got a pair. I could wear a different pair of sneakers for the next 6 months every day. My insecurity come from me growing up because I didn't have it when I grow up. I can afford it now, so I buy it. I didn't have a car. I bought me a Benz off the first car that I ever fully paid for, and I go out and get a fucking Benz, and now I pay for it when it fuck up in the break. I'm talking about how it's still going to show up some kind of way. It's just not as severe as it used to show up. It don't show up in my actions. It don't show up in my responses. It don't show up in that, but it still show up some kind of way. But I'm all right with it showing up today because they are healthy versus not healthy. You understand
That's
the battle?
crazy. Yeah.
The battle still continues, right? But I'm better on the winning side versus the self-destructive side.
And I used to pop Percocets and E pills because I literally didn't want to face. I didn't know how to be normal function. If I don't know if anybody, I didn't know. I didn't know how to be normal. I was like, I would have to have a pill by my bed. I used to take the E pill to have sex with a man. You know how
Hmm.
insecure that is? I'm just being transparent. I'm telling the
Right.
truth. That was my life. I was like, what the fuck? When I look back on that shit and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, I was insecure. Damn, I felt low about myself. And when I used to take the pills, right? I used to,
Hmm.
in my I would do cocaine. I didn't even get high off of it. I didn't know why
Right.
I was just doing it just to do it.
Right.
But I would
Because
get
guess
high
what?
off
It
the
stopped working. It wasn't doing the job that it did at the beginning. See, the thing about it is, what a lot of people say, a lot of things that we end up doing at the beginning, it stopped working. So, say, listen, I started smoking. I was freebasing when they was freebasing. I'm talking about, listen, I sniffed dope so I can smoke more coke. You feel me? I mean, this made sense in the
Oh.
moment at them times, right? It made sense at them times. But then once I got to where I'm at today, it didn't no longer make sense because listen, I had to go to treatment and do all that stuff, right? And then I end up working here. Then I end up, you know what I mean, going to doing working in mental because I'm at work now. I'm working mental health. But right. So I'm looking at the sickness of people who really have mental health problems or really use drugs because they can't handle their mental health because everybody think that if I go to a therapist and talk about these issues, I'm crazy. No, what you're doing is trying to become a better you. You understand
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing is I'm breaking down some of the walls, the destructive walls that was built inside of me, right? So I can get some more healthier ones and be better. So I can live a
The
better
first
life.
step
So I
is
can be a
accountability.
responsible, right?
The
So
first
I
step
can
is
be
accountability. Recognizing
right.
accountability. That's the first step
Absolutely.
to healing.
right. A lot of people don't want to look at it. Right. You don't,
Mm-mm.
you they nobody everybody want to look at it, but you don't want to do nothing about it. What are you gonna do about it? Or you gonna change, or you gonna keep surrounding yourself with people that take you back to who you don't want to be? Because they said, well, once God released me for something, if I return, then that's by my choice.
Amen, P.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm not gonna return. Listen, I'm not gonna be the dog that returned to his own vomit.
Yeah.
Because that's
I,
why I say like I tell people all the time, like I ain't never getting high no more. Because guess what? Because
Let me tell
I
you something. I will be real with you. When I was pregnant, that's why I said my baby, 44, to have a baby, I'm blessed, right? And then I said my
absolutely
baby changed my life. But I got three kids, but they all, my son is 23, I got a 13-year-old girl, and now a 5-month-old baby. But what I'm saying is my baby changed my life because 2022 kicked my fucking ass. And I was like going through a mental roller coaster, not mental as
hmm
internal, like
hmm
realizing that everything that I assumed that was outside of me was the answer, not realizing I was like doing this to myself, right? Um, I woke like it was one day. I tell this story for a reason because I know it's plenty of the women that have been like me. I stopped using drugs in 2021, right? Like popping pills. I stopped. I stopped everything. Just woke up one day and then nothing was working for me, right? So so I realized I had to face my motherfucking darkness. You know what I'm saying? So when I was pregnant, then 2022 in the summer, I was at a low spot in my life one day. Like I just felt like I was on the bed, bored the fuck up, crying and shit. Like I didn't want to feel this emotion. I did not want to feel it. I did not want to face it. And if I didn't have that baby, and I'm being real and transparent, if I didn't have my daughter in my fucking stomach, I would have popped or sniffed some motherfucking coke. It was very temptation. Okay, I call it the interference. And it was like, bitch, go ahead. You don't want to feel it. I didn't want to feel that, bitch. I didn't want to face it. I didn't want to. You understand? But with the baby in my stomach, just like this, I didn't go by it. It was just a thought, and a thought could be become very 3D. Like you can really like do it. Like if you make that choice, right? So I'm just like the temptation of me not. But a lot of people don't want to face reality. So you use the drugs to you know, run away from those emotions because I didn't want to feel it. I don't, and all that, and that's when at that point I realized, shit, I was doing this my whole time, my 20s,
right.
my 30s. I've
He
been
ain't
doing
even
that. I
he
didn't want to
ain't
function straight. I didn't want to feel that internal pain. It was internal, not it was extra. Everything was in me. I was like,
right.
shit. That was a hard realization for me. I was like, fuck, that kind of was scary because I was
Right.
facing my own self, which is my shadow, which is my demon, which I accepted. And I know it's a part of me. I can't run from that shit. Like I walk with my shadow every day. When I look on the concrete, when you walk
Right.
outside and you look on the
Yeah.
floor or in your house, you see that shadow on the wall, right? That's
hmm
you. It's
Right.
always been with you.
Right.
And I had to
Right.
realize that, like, that was the most scariest part for on my journey so far. Like, I've been through a lot of shit mentally and emotionally, but
hmm
that right there to face the internal part, like, woo, baby, that was like it felt like I was looking at a motherfucking. I didn't even know that was me. Like, that's
Man,
me. Like, oh wow, and I had to accept it. But it was hard. It was something you don't want to face, so you went to the drugs, you went to the
right.
alcohol, you went to abusive relationship, you just want everything
You
was just
want
within you.
this once again, you were looking for out external solutions for internal problems. That never solves the problem. All I do, only thing, guess what? Listen, if I go through, listen, I say, for example, I go through an argument with one of my best friends. Me and Sink have a disagreement. We have an argument, right? And we go through it. So because he said something that hurt my feelings, or I said something that hurt his feelings, he go get a drink and I go get drugs. Now we're compounding the problem because my now I got heart. Now my problem is not only just my feelings hurt. Now I added drug addiction on top of the problem. So now I'm digging myself into a deeper destructive hole. But we don't look at it like that. We looking at it as it's a relief. But at what price am I going to pay for this relief? Where is this relief going to take me? See, the thing about it is like sometimes even when we go this destructively shopping, when I just don't feel like, look, shit, it's not like I can afford it sometimes, but I'm gonna just go ahead and fuck this money up, and I go there, but then I forgot there was. Now I ain't paying attention to my bills, my living situation, how I'm gonna eat, how I'm gonna get gas. I ain't paying enough attention to that because now I'm trying to fill a void of something internal with external things. Do I have a lot of external things? Yes. But I don't always go, that's not always what I run to. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to be like, God, allow me to surrender in this situation so that I don't feel the way that I feel. Or I just surrender to the situation because guess what? When I surrender to it, I no longer have to fight with it. People don't understand these things because they're not doing the work. They're not doing the work to do so. You understand
And
what I'm
I
saying?
know that some people, my purpose of me being on YouTube is
Mm-hmm.
to be transparent, to show people that it's okay, right? And that some
Absolutely.
people don't know how to use the tools. And the tools is whatever makes that's for you. And I don't care
Right.
what tools you use. Some people, I'm here to show people that I did it with nothing, with
Right.
nothing. That it
Right.
wasn't about no money. You know,
Right.
I just feel like um I was removed from all the material things to
Mm-hmm.
make me go within, right? And realize that
Absolutely.
I didn't need no, I'm a very spiritual being, right? I didn't need
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
crystals. I didn't need these people to tell me, oh, you gotta take, I mean, of course you want to take a spiritual bath to clear your energy. Of course, water is
Absolutely.
everything. Water is in us. We
Absolutely.
made of water. So I get
Right.
that part, that
Right. Right.
element. You understand? But I mean, me
Mm-hmm.
on the spiritual journey, I came across a lot of fake prophecies and people that want to tell you how you should be or what you can do. I'm here to show people I did it with nothing, just on the mental state of my mind, which is the game system that you got to beat, right?
Right.
So that's how I choose to, come out of the darkness. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
Accept the darkness. The darkness is a part of me. I'm a Capricorn, so I go with the devil in the motherfucker. I don't even think the devil is bad. The devil just gonna show you the ugly side of your motherfucking self. There's a difference between a devil and a motherfucking demon. I need people to understand that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was faced with a lot of things. I see things in this world that other people don't see. I promise you, I'm not here to tell this story on here. I do talk about it on my page. Like I
Mm-hmm.
saw things that people would say you're fucking crazy. Oh, you no, I saw demons. I really did.
Right.
You understand? I didn't know what the fuck I was
Right.
saying. But when I realized when people say the devil, I hear people talk about the devil so much. Well, you know that the devil is considered God shadow to me. If you want to say it's a God, I consider it to be his opposite. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
We're
Mm-hmm.
not fighting the devil. We're fighting. If you're gonna fight the devil is gonna go back to God, right? Like they say. And he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell this person want to kill this person. Should I let them? And God's gonna say no. Whatever, whatever. This is a whole story I could say, but I'm not gonna do
Right.
that right now. But what I'm saying
But
is people look at the devil as a bad thing, not knowing just like you have a shadow side and that dark side of you, that's what the devil
mm-hmm.
is to God. If you want to put God in this, that's
If
what
you
it
would,
is.
I mean,
In
we
an
basically saying the
entity,
same thing when we talk about the destructive power. When we talk about
yep.
the destructive power, we talk about the destructive power of self-destruction. You feel me? Like and a lot of destructive powers is going on in, especially, excuse me for anybody that's a lot of color in the chat, but especially in the black community, that it's a lot of us, it's self-destructive. I'm looking at self-hate I'm looking at my brother with self-hate. I'm looking at my sister with self-hate. Then they understand that then all the stuff that we have been going through emotionally, that's the same stuff that play out
Can
now.
I
That's
ask
like,
you a question?
sure.
Do you believe that this is a black and white situation?
What with the self-destruction with
I
not
mean, just humanity itself, people be like, because I hear these girls or people I, come across in these pages and they just be like, you can't talk about your black sister. Well, I'm like, well, what makes this about a black and white thing? Because your black people are the ones that actually tear and make each other feel insecure, not accepting them to be who they are. Like everybody, I'm a type of person that don't go against I don't follow the masses. I just don't.
mm-hmm,
I don't agree with a lot of things in this world, but I can't knock people's perspective either. I have to be open
absolutely.
minded. You understand?
Absolutely.
But respect is given
No,
when it's due. You get what I'm saying? But I just be looking like, is this really a black and white thing? I don't really think this is black and white.
I'm
I
not
don't
even talking
believe in
about
that.
I'm not even talking about I'm not even talking about as far as it being a black and white thing. I'm talking about, and for real, to be honest with you, I'm humanity. I'm talking about humanity. Like
That's why I
humanity,
asked that question. Okay.
you feel I'm talking about humanity, but I'm talking about how at alarming rates our race is the most harmful to itself.
Mm-hmm.
Self-harm to itself.
Yep.
Because I'm not racist. I got some white friends. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
would
don't
say the
have
culture itself. The culture.
exactly. So exactly.
Culture.
That's so. Why do I have more popularity? Why do I want to kill somebody that or somebody that look like my child, look like my brother, look like my uncle, look like my homeboy, right? Regardless, because listen, because once again, let's think about the trauma. Because I don't know how to process my emotional conditions because most of these people who and they say they was raised by women or they was came up in a single parent home, whatever the case may be, I still had to learn how to deal and survive my feelings and my emotions, right? Without hurting myself or anyone else, because it's called emotional maturity. A lot of men, young boys, black sisters, whatever you want to call our race, do not have emotional maturity. Meaning that when I go through something that I'm an emotion that I'm not comfortable with, I don't know how to get past that because I never learned how to be emotional mature. I stopped growing emotionally when I was 12 years old because I started using drugs. And then as I got older, I had to grow into my emotional maturity today, and it's still not that grown. Because I can feel insecure, Miss Parker. I can feel inadequate. I can feel out of place. I could be in a room full of people and feel lonely at any given time because of my emotional condition is not mature enough to get through the situation or face awkward situations that I've never been in before. Coming into my profession, I faced a lot of that because I wasn't used to being around people with so much knowledge. So I started reading books. I started getting to know what they knew. But I listen. One time I did it for their eyes only. Then I started doing it for my own growth and development. A lot of people are doing things for the eyes of other people. I'm not doing things for the eyes of other people. I'm doing the things that I do for the betterment of myself, so I can be an example to somebody else. I don't want to live in a cell with a guy and watch him take a shit no more. So that avoids me from doing that. I don't want to be sitting in Central Booking ill, throwing up and all that. That's the things that I knew and a lot of people don't know how to understand and learn what you don't want. First, you got to know what you don't want before you even discover what you want. I know that I don't want my past experience. I don't want to be in a verbal abusive relationship no more. So I had to be alone with myself for herself. I had to bring my own value up. No, I ain't gonna. If she do this, she do that. When I see the red flags, I done went through a lot of relationships before I got to this one. When I seen the red flags, guess what? It was an exit for me because I can't. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to have a relationship with nobody that don't know how to communicate or their emotions without being disrespectful, aggressive, or rambunctious.
Right.
And I don't have that today. You feel me?
Right.
I'm in a very healthy relationship. The insecurities from the relationship that I can see. Listen, I didn't bring my old insecure. I didn't bring my old. And this is a lot of times, especially with us as people today, they bring their old relationships into new experiences in a new relationship.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And then now
Mm-hmm.
because he did it or she did it, I'm expecting you to
But
do it.
those
But
are
how
people
fair?
that. Yeah,
But
I'm sorry.
how? Let me excuse me. How fair is that to the new person that I'm trying to get to know, that I'm trying to become acquainted with, for me to put the outsiders things that they did into you? That's not fair.
Right.
That's not fair to the new
That's
person.
mostly people that got their heart space still closed off and feel like everybody their enemy. We ain't
Exactly.
never gonna.
Listen, they judge it. Listen, it's a lot of women. I ain't talking, and I'm not talking. I'm not bashing you, and I'm not believe that. But it's a lot of women that just like all men the same. That's some bullshit. And a man can change. I used to be a thought. My sponsor asked me one time, yo, when you gonna stop being a thought? And I thought about it. I don't want to be a thought. I want to value who I am. So listen, I got one woman today. I don't have no problem with talking about her. I don't have no problem with telling no other woman that look better than my woman that I'm happy with the one that I got.
I don't believe all men. I believe that men can change. I don't believe that
You
old
know what I'm saying?
fucking
But because of the hurt of the past, the things and experiences that the sisters have experienced, and then they look at all men like, listen, all men ain't out just to get no ass. Sometimes I need to know where your mind and your heart at. Sometimes I need to know where you emotionally at. Because listen, I can jerk off the same way you can masturbate. And listen, and it's always gonna be a thought, a hole that's gonna always be willing or somebody. I can go pay for some ass. I can go pay for a feeling, but I can't go pay for emotional connection. I can't go pay for no empathy, no understanding, and no love.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of people don't have no compassion in their heart. They don't have none at all, no compassion. It just be like, I call those people soulless souls, the people that don't have compassion. They soulless.
Absolutely. And
How I
listen,
can sum it up.
the thing about it is, because I'm gonna say this because I got finished. I got 20 notes to do. But anyway, listen. The empathy part. Listen, and I had to learn about empathy because empathy wasn't nothing that was displayed in my household. It wasn't nothing that was displayed in my life. So when I got here, I used to give everybody rough, tough talk, raw, straight from the hip, off the hip. I don't care how you perceive it, how you like it. But then I realized a lot of this stuff was getting me reported to my supervisor because I'm telling them straight up, I'm calling them stupid motherfuckers like, yo, you need to do this. So I really didn't have no empathy for somebody. So one day I had to, like, this guy came, I was working in a facility. He chose to go out and get high again, right? And I really liked this guy. And he imagine, like, it's not even my child. Imagine somebody that you really like, you really care about, right? Knocking on the door and you can't let them in. They're not running from nothing, but they trying to get to a safe space where they can be better, and I can't let them in. It's like he's banging on the door like, please let me in, Daryl, please. He's begging me, but I can't do it because guess what? I don't lay the rules down here. That gave me empathy. That showed me how to feel for other people in a relationship. If I don't have no empathy for my partner, because listen, even if she's a woman and I'm a man and I don't understand the reason why I need to give her empathy, I still need to be available for her emotionally.
Yep.
Why? Because she needs me to emotionally be available for her. The same way when I come in and the world don't fuck me up, I need her to be emotionally available for me.
That part.
Period. When you a relationship is a team effort. It's no I in team.
Sure.
You feel me? When you're down, I'm down.
I'm looking at the woman that what a man to be so he gotta have money, he gotta have this and all this. I'm like, you're not meeting him there, y'all not on the same level at the end of the day. Either one, and if you're looking outside to say that's what you mean, I value a man just how you said, a man that have empathy. I don't give a fuck if he got $1 million. I would not take $1 million over a man that have a compassion heart. Period.
But what happened? Listen, even let me ask this. This like my brother gave me this one. Like a kid with a brand new toy. What? That kid will play with this toy till they get tired of the toy. You know what happened with the toy? The euphoria of the toy wore off.
Right.
He's no longer interested anymore. So all these people who want these material things from a man or from a woman, right? That got these, they gotta have this money, they gotta have that money. But what happens when the euphoria wear off? What happens when you don't even value the person and the things that they giving you doesn't even move you no more? Because guess what? They external problems. They external. You still looking for you still looking for external things to give you inside happiness. First, I got to become happy with myself. Listen, I was happy with myself before I met my lady. She just enhances my happy.
The key to life is to love yourself first, and nothing outside will even matter. Like even if somebody that you do love reject you, it hurt you as staying stuck
Absolutely.
because you love yourself. And the key to life and the key to get out of the mental state of mind that we are in, most people are in, is what I'm learning on this journey is self love, and that's the whole key. You gotta have
Right.
compassion for your own heart first before you can have compassion for anybody.
All right.
Absolutely.
Listen, I gave this to Miss Parker before, but it's always something that I learned. Right. Everybody don't deserve access to who I am today.
Ooh, talk about it.
Right. Meaning, I have to put people in their places. And this way, a lot of people, some people want to be love or crave companionship so long that they want to put everybody in their front row, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, my life is like an auditorium, right?
Like a what?
It's like an auditorium,
Oh, okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be some people that get front row seats.
Right.
Some people, it's my first front row. The first 3 rows is the people that support me, that love me, that listen to me when I've been, that assist me when I'm financially need assistance. That you know what I mean? That's my team, right? Then it's the people that's just cool. We all right. Your asses go in the middle somewhere because I might do something for you.
Thank
You
you.
do
You
something for me,
organizing it. I like
right?
how you organize it.
You know what I mean? We cool, you know what I mean? We fly, we can do some things together, we can go out once in a while and all right, but y'all not my front row people, right? Then you got the motherfuckers that go all the way to the back row.
You are
You,
helping me right now. You about to give me something to go right and think
you
about.
feel
Like I
me?
didn't look at it like
You
that.
feel me?
You
Listen,
gotta
like yo,
organize the
like
people in your life. Like you organize everything
exactly.
else.
And
You
like
gotta you just gave me some tools to use on myself. Thank
you
you.
got you got to prioritize who's important and
Mm-hmm.
who's not. You feel me? You got to prioritize who's going to be there when you need a crow to show the crowd. See, because listen, I can't go cry. Listen, I'm free for myself now because I can tell some people. But the things that I can able to share, I wouldn't share them with the whole auditorium at first. I would only share them with the people in the front row. But see, the thing about it is, the people in the front row made me comfortable and didn't judge me to the point where now I can share it with the goddamn world and don't care what it looked like.
But the people
Because
in the front row is going to elevate you.
absolutely.
That's what you just help me organize. You you use a tool. I don't know if you know that's a tool, but that can help a lot of people to really
Absolutely.
and organize the first row, the second row, and the row in the back, right? And when you go
Yeah.
and think about church figure, right? Because when you
Right.
look at church and the people sit up in who is the people that sit in the front seat? Even when
Right.
somebody passed away, who's the people that I mean, you know what I mean?
Right.
I got you.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, but a lot of people don't know how to do this. So listen, my front row might not even be full. I might just have the first 5 seats in line up. But I got my second row where I know where I guess what? If I need them, I can call on them. You feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If they there to assist me. They always got their hand out. The thing about it is a lot of people see, but the thing about it is because of self-destructive powers, guess what role I was focused on the most?
What?
The one that's all the way in the back
The
that's booing.
back.
See, that's
Talk
what
about that part.
see. The thing about it is, I'm so used to living in the self-destructive part, right? That I won't. My cheering section can be louder, but my ears only hearing the booing section of the people all the way in the back because of my internal because of the internal self the stuff
Do
that's
you have
going
a
on inside of
channel?
me. Nope. I
You can
don't.
help, but
I this
you
this
got to get there. Yes,
this the only
yes,
this the
brilliant.
only thing I do is I come up on. This is really my first time really gracing Miss Parker. That's why when I seen her pop up, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go because I love Miss Parker because my homeboy love her. And then
Right,
I've been
right.
do the things that we go through. I trust his judgment because we done been through ups and downs. And like I'm talking about Shank. I trust his
Right,
judgment. So if he love her, I love her. Right?
right.
So and she never swayed or did anything against me. But I said, and when she said she know this was She knew this one would bring me in anyway. This insecurity stuff, the things that got to do with self
That's
development
what
and
caught my
self growth.
eyes, and it came up on my feed. And
You
when
feel me?
she first put it, I already put my heart, so I knew I was going to tune in because it was a topic that's very a much needed conversation topic for
Absolutely,
people to wake up. If you out here to help your people, the ones that's going to catch you, catch you. If those that don't, we gotta leave them in the back.
Exactly.
absolutely.
Gotta
And
leave them in the back.
Pee Wee and I, like Maya saying, we not getting to what's really going on with us. We really
Exactly.
busy focused on all the wrong things instead of fixing all the wrong things within
Hmm.
ourselves. You know what I'm saying? To separate us from all the wrong shit.
But it's a reflection of who your internal is.
But
Absolutely.
let me tell you why we
You
don't want to
gotta
get
own
to it.
that part. You only
Why we don't
attract
want to get
what
to it,
you.
Miss
Mhm.
Parker. Once again, solutions. Because we're looking at everything at one time. We looking at this. We guess what? You only can work on one thing at a time.
Stay focused. You right about that. That's a fact. When you look at that's why I'm saying even when you talk about organizing your list of people, right? The front row.
Mm-hmm.
I love how you put that. The front row, the middle, and the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at all of it as one, but you're not separating them, that shit is a turn inside. Like you get
Exactly.
confused. You're not organized. You're not focused on one thing, looking at it one at a time. Like it's all right to be patient. Patience is the key to success.
Exactly. But no, we the thing about it is we try to fix everything at one time. We can't. You understand? Hey.
I was that person. I'm getting out of that stage, but I respect what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I experienced it. When your mind is you just looking at everything at one and yeah. You need to do a channel.
Pee Wee, do you have a don't you got a channel? I think Shane dropped your link.
No, I don't have no channel. Hold on, y'all.
You can help a lot of men. I mean, you can help women, but I commend you. You know, you can help a lot of men just by your experience and how transparent you are. Like we need men like you, and I'm gonna give you your crown. We need men like you. I don't want to hear men on this app saying "fuck you," this, that. I don't like that right there. Intelligent. You ain't even smart. You get what I'm saying? You more than
Right.
smart. Smart to me is like a smart ass. you know,
Right, right, right.
you're not that. You know, and I respect that. We need more people like you. So I think you should join you and Shay Rock should do a channel or something, or a day that y'all have these kind of topics for trans men to open up because a lot of men are really damaged and lost. I'm not saying women, but I want to give honor to the men
Right,
because the man is
right.
the
I
woman
mean,
protector,
so, so
and
I
we
told
don't.
Shay, I mean, basically, my life is full, right? And I ain't gonna lie, like my life is full. You know what I mean? I work in mental health, I work in addictions. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm always helping somebody anyway. And at the end of the day, once we get past these hurdles, that's what it's about. It wasn't even the healing ain't even for you, it's for you to help the next person. Right? So and
But
I
you
always
still
tell
got
Shay,
something there.
when
You got some. I just can't. I'm a little. I'm not a little. I am
right,
spiritual, and I just pick up on things.
right.
You have something there.
Absolutely.
You know you have something there, right? It is
Absolutely, I do.
powerful, and you very transparent, and it just your heart. You talk about empathy. Men don't have that, and men don't hear other men talk about that the way you put it.
It's,
That live
the
the
thing
life.
about it is a lot of men don't know how to express their feelings because they're not emotionally, once again, like I said, mature. But the thing about it is by expressing my feelings, I learn how I'm really learning how to live with myself because listen, God has feelings, women have feelings. So why me as a man can't express my feelings? And if you can't respect my feelings, then you don't respect me. So I need to get away from you. Because
Um,
I'm a man with him.
so
All that men don't cry. Why would he give me emotional feelings and tears if he didn't want me to cry? When my mother died, I cried. If something happened to one of my kids, I cried. When my feelings hurt, I might cry. But I
real
don't
quick,
supposed to
Pee
cry.
Wee,
That's
hold
crazy.
on, Pee Wee.
That don't
This
make
is the
sense.
link to one of Pee Wee's previous demonstrations, my eye. And for anybody that want to go check it out, he really dropped some good jewels and stuff.
Who?
And this is the link right here. It's in the chat whenever you go back to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Where he did a demonstration on Shank's Live, and it was really positive and motivating. So for any and everybody to go check that out, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. Definitely, I'll be up in the middle of the night brainstorming. I'm a night person, so my brain works better at night. Like I've been looking for different contents and content creators, people that's like minded, you know, transparent.
And that's Pee Wee's helped me get through some, like I was doing my addiction, and Pee Wee dropped jewels to me on that really helped me. And that's when I kind of got in touch with you, and the other parties that you was affiliated with, Maya, at that
Mm-hmm.
time, because I was
Mm-hmm.
talking about the road to recovery. So salute to Pee Wee, for dropping gems,
You
for
gotta understand some
helping
of
me
those
get through and
channels. Yeah, I watched you too. I saw you when you first came around. I was on that I think Sin channel. Yeah, I saw you. I don't know who channel, but I've been started following you. But you wasn't making no videos.
Yeah. So,
Yes,
like you said, I love transparent conversations as well, my eye, and
mm.
especially for people like us, for our journey to continue to be prosperous and positive. You know what I'm saying? Instead of setbacks. We need lives like this. We need more content like
But
this.
you know what they were quick to say? This side people, I can hear it. People would say people that talk like us or that's like minded like us are trauma bonded of pain because we're telling our experience. But it's a difference for telling your experience, right? And being transparent and showing people at the same time how you overcame those things. And you understand like somebody's story always relates to someone. But when you look at the yeah, I'm gonna leave it that there. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. J Town, and JB Chocolate Factory podcast. Y'all go
Hey,
follow
Michelle.
J Town. Will have he keeps it lit. He plays the best music. He takes
Oh, I
requests.
be watching. I be listening to his music.
He even
Jake.
allows ladies' nights. He has battles. He's had great battles with other sectors. J Town is everything, and also he has a business. So make sure y'all follow him on Instagram too. I got a candle set and everything. A journal. It came with a journal, a candle. It was everything, and I keep my notes in there. You know,
Oh,
um,
he has that.
yeah, he
He
does
has that.
graduations. Yeah, he'll put your child's picture on the candle, everything. So, y'all.
Oh, okay.
And also,
That's
Shank has
good.
Rock Squad merchandise available. So hit Shank Rock as his Instagram. So hit him up for Rock Squad
I'm gonna start watching.
merchandise. If you follow Cam, I moderate for Cam. Punch Gang has merchandise as well. But we need to connect more, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. Blended Healing, she's in the chat. She has a great channel. It's so peaceful and positive. So please go follow her as well. And salute to everybody that donated to the channel. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. I don't do this for donations. I really do this for people like me and my eye to connect and network and reach out to other people that's going through things that we're going through, to let people know we're not alone. Pee Wee, you know what I'm saying? Dropping jewels. He's even counseling now. You know what I'm saying? From all his struggle, he's talking to people, bringing awareness to everything that's happening around this world, that's just taking over our communities, our lives every day. So thank you so much, Pee Wee. Salute, Shane.
Salute, Miss
Hey,
Parker. Salute, Pee Wee. Salute, Maya.
hey.
I just wanted to come up and give everybody their flowers. Definitely got to give you your flowers, Miss Parker, for bringing awareness to this topic, and definitely got to give Pee Wee and Maya their flowers. I mean, basically everything that y'all was saying was like just awesome. As always, Pee Wee always bring, the storm. So, but Pee Wee has two individual demonstrations that he's done. And if I shared one of the links in the chat, but if you go on my channel, when you go to Shank Rock's
Mm-hmm.
channel, you'll see both of the demonstrations that Pee Wee done. I suggest that everyone, especially if you like what Pee Wee was saying, I suggest that everyone go to my channel and check out those 2 demonstrations that he's done. I dropped my yacht link in the chat as well. But if you like what my yacht was saying as well, please go to her channel and check out her content. There's a lot of great content creators as well as subscribers that are dropping these jewels. In my opinion, I think, as Pee Wee said, our insecurities come from our own self-hate or our own self-inflictions. If we want to evolve, we have to do like Michael Jackson said and look at the man or woman in the mirror. That's all I have. I'm gonna drop down.
I
Salute
talked about
everybody.
that on one of my shows. I talked about that.
Salute everybody.
So please go follow my eye. You know what I'm saying? That she just said she talked about that. You know, it's so much we can gain out here. You know, if we only take the time out to put the BS to the side and just you know, just going it's time to brighten our horizons. You know, I always say, you know, I got 5 children and I don't want to lose my kids to an addiction. I don't want to lose my kids to violence. I don't want to lose my kids to mental health issues where they can't be open and conversating and have conversation with me or somebody that can help them. So that's why I do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I came a long fucking way. A long way.
And congratulations, girl.
Thank you, Maya. And you have too, Maya. You know, we was even Victoria in the chat sharing her story, Sonia. You know, we've overcame big, huge obstacles. And
I mean, we take mental, right?
Yeah, it's not easy to share these stories because we know it's going to be a point down the line that somebody's going to use this against us to hurt us, other than help us. So that's why
we help ourselves. So even if they don't help us, we helped ourselves. So they got to get where we at, and I get it.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you. And again, you guys, go support all the content creators, please. You know what I'm saying? We don't always have to be in BS. We don't have to pick a side or anything. It's about support and move on. Hit that like button and move the fuck along. You know what I'm saying? I am here to help. I am here to learn. And I'm going to do it by any means necessary. I'm just over everything else. Like Pee Wee said, I'm ready to go to the front row.
That part.
So thank you, Pee Wee. Thank you, my eye. I
You're
hope
welcome, babe.
Thank
you for having me.
Come through. I will be in your chat, my eye, more. I'm sorry that I haven't came.
No, it's all right. I go live late night mostly because that's just how I work. I feel at peace at night, so I'm able to, you know, so I'm more at night.
Thank you, Blended Hill, and we appreciate that. Just JTV, if one of my mods can drop her link for me really quick. She has a great channel. She vibes out over there. You know what I'm saying? She mods for some great people as well. Salute Just JTV. Thank you for pulling up, my sister. Thank you.
What's his name? Because I'm gonna drop down. What's his name?
That's Pee Wee.
Pee Wee. I can't forget his name.
Set you to mod up. I mean, cam up.
I'm all right. Hold up. Let me see. I don't know how to put the what's the name on there. I don't know how to put my picture up on there. I need somebody to take out the door for me.
Yeah.
I'm on YouTube right now. I'm doing something. I don't know how to put it up there. So one of y'all gotta show me how to do that. Put my link, my picture, my still picture up there.
May I ask y'all where you're from? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Huh?
Where state y'all from?
Oh, I'm from Baltimore, but I live in Delaware.
Oh, okay. You ain't far from me. I'm in New York.
Oh, okay.
Where you at, Miss Parker?
I'm in North Carolina. I'm originally from Kentucky, but I'm in North Carolina.
All right, you ain't far. All right.
Yeah,
Okay, no
I want to
problem.
visit New York though.
Why you got to face something like that?
I've been to DC, so I'm trying to travel this year. Like I said,
Me
I'm trying to brighten my horizons. We only live once, and I'm trying to live my life to the fullest, and just show my kids something different too. That's who depends on me is my children. You know what I'm saying? That's it, and that's all. And I'm trying to show them different and in a positive way.
Right. This was so relaxing to me. I enjoyed it.
It
I
was.
appreciate you for having me. I appreciate him for just dropping all those jewels. Very
Wendy Hillings on
knowledgeable.
the East Coast. Wendy Hillings in New York as well, my guy. And like I said, go follow all these content creators. They bring great substance and value to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? In their own ways. We're not the same. Nobody's ever going to be the same. They all bring a different flavor. Like I said, we all bring value to this or whatever. So please be supportive and put the BS to the side, and you like who you like, and that's just what it is. We're just on a different path right now. It's a lot going on. Thank you, Pee Wee. Thank you, my eye, but I'm right in it anyway. Again, my moderators, I added a whole lot of mods. These are people that's been rocking with me for a while. Emily mods for just JTV. That's my sis. In the Switching Lanes episode, as well as just the day one. And I just want people over here that's very supportive and that want something positive out of life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I've had my share of BS. But at the end of the day, it gets tiresome. It brings those restless nights. It adds on to those insecurities. It adds on to the addiction triggerings, as I once said. It adds on to now you got to go take accountability for the BS you was in and all this other stuff. And sometimes it just gets old and we're just over it. And everybody wants something different out of life. And I know I do. So again, salute to everybody. I love you too, Ems. I'm glad everybody pulled up. Thank you for all the donations. I really appreciate that. I do. Thanks to Shank for helping me get everything scrolling across, helping me figure everything out. You guys go follow Shank Rock. He's been trying to bring justice for the Shanquilla Robinson case. He's been doing late nights. To all the subscribers from his channel that came over and showed me love, the ladies have been holding the Rock Squad down for Shank, trying to just bring justice to this young lady's family. And again, like Pee Wee and Maya has said, we do have to keep our circles small. We see it. Those that's on YouTube, we see it. We see what's really happening, and it's more division than it is people bringing people together. And I don't want to be a part of the division. I don't want to be a part of the chaos. I want to be a part of a movement that helps us all be motivational speakers, reach out to women, men of all nations, all genders, all walks of life. We are all the same. We are all human. We are all humans with feelings. I love you too. Thank you. And Deborah, absolutely, crying is definitely good for the soul. All this hate, what is it? Where is all the hate getting us? Headaches, extra health problems, sore throats, abandonment from our children, abandonment from real life. I'm one that was with the fuck shit. It has to stop. It just has to. This has gone so far in our sector. I hate it. I hate that we just can't come together. If you don't like me, you don't like me, but we just can't go our separate ways and be in our own lanes. You don't have to switch up, but goddamn it, switch lanes. I came up with that shit. Along with Shank. And switching lanes got used against us for trying to help and do something different. It seems like every time you try to do something different, you know what I'm saying? Somebody comes in and tears that shit down. And it's always us melanated people. We can't stand to see nobody get ahead instead of we can all get ahead together without the hate. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me, but it doesn't have to be just all the bullshit. I don't have no problems with nobody because I got problems with myself to take on somebody else's problems. So that's why I always try to just try to help somebody else outside of all of this extra shit. It's somebody out there that's about to overdose. It's somebody out there ready to take their life when they don't have to. Because it's okay. It's somebody else going through something worse than you, or it's somebody that can help you. That's why I do this. So again, I hope everybody, and I'm going to read some of these comments real quick. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for pulling up Rock Squad. All right, Blended Healing. Emily said, never be afraid. Kenny Reed said, facts. Nina said, facts. Never be afraid to reach out if someone needs to talk, if you need someone to talk to. Emily's a great person to talk to. She is. We need to unlearn the BS and learn to love and support each other. That's how we get our blessing. Absolutely. Yeah, Emily, for real. You know what I'm saying? We started in the sector, and it's like, I don't know who we are as people. And I take accountability on myself, for myself, because I used to be a part of the bullshit. I used to be the one that couldn't hold water. And I lost some good people along the way, and I gained some better ones. But we all got to take accountability and just be like, I just don't like that person. I'm done. And that's why I don't go live all the time. I catch headaches just listening. And I didn't understand that I used to be a part of those headaches as well. That somebody else gained from the BS. And that's the problem on this app. We ain't taking accountability. We not being grown. Shit, I still got kids to raise. Even though my kids are grown, I still got kids to raise. I still got a fucking path I gotta pave the way for them. Shit, I'm learning from my children. I'm dropping to my knees all the time, crying, thanking God that damn you didn't let me down. Because I used to pray when my breast cancer. Please just don't let me live long enough to see my youngest graduate, and don't let them go down the path of drugs and shit that I did. Don't let my girls fall short to think they got to depend on a man sexually or anything to get the things they need. They need to grind and work for what the fuck they want. Please, God, don't let my kids have a baby at 15. They didn't. I did, and I had babies back to back to back. I had to do what my mother didn't do for me and show me that tough love, but she loved me, and I love and I miss my mama every day. I do. I need her more now than ever. But guess what? I had to be strong for my children. Because we have to be strong today. Any signs of weakness. Look what had happened to Shanquilla Robinson. Just a small sign of weakness. I'd be goddamn if I lose my kids to some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? So that I just had to say that. I hope we bring. I hope we can figure shit out. I hope people start doing better, better advocates for certain issues. And again, I hope everybody has salute gamer bro, salute. I hope everybody has a blessed Monday. I hope everybody has a prosperous week. I hope everybody has a better tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Shank Rock will be live. Again, checking out. I'll be over there moderating. So please hit those links, hit those like buttons. Please hit those like buttons. It's very important. It puts us all in the algorithm, however you say it, or whatever. But have a great night. Thanks everybody for pulling up. I really appreciate the love and the support tonight. Thank you guys.